There comes a moment in every survivor's journey when the game they've been living in finally becomes crystal clear. The rules, the traps, the sleight of hand, all of it. You finally see the game for what it is, as well as the players for exactly who and what they are. You realize it was never love. It was control dressed as concern, chaos disguised as connection. And now that you see it, you can't unsee it. But here's the $1,000,000 question. Once you've figured out the narcissist game, is it possible that you can beat them at it? Or are you destined to lose no matter what you do? We are going to dive into this topic and explore if in fact a target can beat the narcissist at their own game. And if so, how would one go about doing that? And would that mean you have become the same type of person the narcissist is? Or can you beat them without betraying your values and character? That's the topic of today's video, and I hope you stay tuned until the end because the truth might surprise you and the strategies revealed probably aren't what you think. But first, if you're new to this channel, I'd like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. If you're looking for deeper support, I offer private one-on-one coaching sessions for narcissistic abuse recovery, and you're also invited to join my private community where we host bi-weekly group coaching sessions where you can connect with others on the same healing path. And last but not least, right now, my brand new 27 video course designed to help you fully understand narcissistic abuse, trauma bonds, and complex PTSD is 50% off for a limited time. And as a bonus, you'll get access to a private live Q&A event I'm hosting on September 7th. You'll find all the links you need in the description below, and I hope to see you all there. So today we're talking about how to beat the narcissist at their own game. Is it even possible? And if so, can you do it without betraying your own values and character? And the answer to those questions, in my opinion, is absolutely unequivocally yes. You can beat the narcissist at their own game, and it does not require you to abandon or betray your own values, morals, and character. And the first thing we're going to talk about with regard to how you do this is you need to make yourself unreadable. The narcissist's power depends entirely on access, not to your body, but to your emotional blueprint. They dissect your patterns like a predator stalking prey, waiting for the moment you lower your guard. They know your fears, your needs, your insecurities, your reactions. But the moment you become emotionally grounded, they lose their ability to predict your moves, and that terrifies them. You stop being a mirror reflecting their superiority and instead become a wall they can't penetrate. Your silence becomes suspicious. Your peace feels like a threat. They poke and prod, trying to activate your triggers, but you don't flinch. You don't explain. You don't take the bait. And in this moment, you remove their ability to read you. And in doing so, you flip the entire game. Now you're no longer a player on their board. You're an enigma they can no longer decode. Next, you take the shame and turn it into strategy. Shame is a narcissist's favorite weapon. It's how they keep you small, silent, and second-guessing your own reality. But here's what they never expected: that you'd take that shame and turn it into fuel. Every lie they made you believe about yourself, you turn into a stepping stone to clarity. The guilt they used to trap you becomes the fire you use to build your boundaries. When you stop internalizing their projections and seeing them for who and what they are, tactics, not truth, you begin to play a completely different game. One where your story, your scars, and your strength are no longer hidden. They're your strategy. You don't just shed the shame, you weaponize the wisdom it gave you. And that, my friends, is how you become someone they cannot control, manipulate, or access ever again. Next, you beat the narcissist at their own game by letting them reveal themselves. There's no need to shout the truth when the narcissist is so determined to show it. The beauty of disengagement is that it turns their performance into self-sabotage. When you stop feeding the drama, stop defending yourself, stop trying to prove who they are, something fascinating happens. They do it for you. Narcissists, remember, are addicted to control. And when they feel it slipping, they spiral. The mask doesn't just crack, it crumbles under the weight of their own ego. They become louder, more reactive, more outrageous, until even the people who once defended them start to really wonder. And all the while, you stay still, grounded, silent. Because sometimes the most devastating truth isn't revealed by confrontation. It's revealed by restraint. Next, you walk away without explaining. The narcissist thrives on chaos, and they're counting on a dramatic finale, a screaming match, a tearful goodbye, anything that gives them center stage and one last shot at control. But when you simply walk away, no grand speech, no explanations, no need to defend yourself, it leaves them spinning. Why? Because silence steals their spotlight. It denies them the audience they were performing for. It starves their ego of the drama it feeds on, and more than anything, it signals something they can't manipulate. You're done. Not bitter, not broken, just done. You exit with your dignity intact, and they're left shouting into a void. Next, you become the one thing they can't control, completely and totally unbothered. Nothing sends a narcissist into a tailspin faster than your indifference. Not rage, not revenge, but silence, peace, emotional stillness. They can't manipulate what doesn't move. When you no longer flinch at their insults, chase their approval, or react to their chaos, you become something they've never encountered before. Unreachable. Not numb, not bitter, healed. And healing makes you unpredictable in all the right ways. They'll throw the same bait they always have, but it just sinks. They'll press the same buttons, but the wiring's been ripped out. They'll try to provoke a storm, but you've become the calm. Your complete and utter indifference becomes your liberation. And to a narcissist, it's a most terrifying loss of all. Next, you beat the narcissist at their own game by removing the audience they were performing for. The narcissist game isn't just played with you, it's played through you for the benefit of everyone watching. They need an audience to applaud their victim act, validate their lies, and react to the chaos they've orchestrated. But when you stop defending yourself, stop explaining the unexplainable, and quietly cut ties with the flying monkeys who carry their messages, something remarkable happens. The performance falls flat. No gasps, no outrage, no validation, just awkward silence. And a narcissist without an audience is like a puppet show with no strings attached. Their tactics lose traction. Their stories lose power. Their image starts to crack under the weight of its own absurdity. Next, you stop seeking justice and choose freedom instead. The narcissist wants you trapped in the illusion that justice will set you free, when in reality, that pursuit can become its own prison, keeping you energetically tied to them instead of freeing you to heal and rebuild. The truth is, the narcissist isn't built to self-reflect, and the world isn't always fair. The real power move? Choosing freedom over justice, peace over payback, healing over obsession. You stop rehearsing courtroom speeches in your mind, you stop checking their social media, hoping they're miserable, and you stop letting your future depend on whether or not karma shows up. True victory is walking away and never looking back, not because they deserved mercy, but because you deserve peace. And that's the kind of justice they can't ever take away from you. Next, you build a life they can't touch. The narcissist's endgame was never just to leave you hurting. It was to make sure you stayed small, broken, and defined by what they did to you. But the moment you start building a life that reflects your worth instead of your wounds, you dismantle their fantasy of control. Every act of healing, every boundary honored, every dollar earned on your terms, every moment of joy they're not a part of is power reclaimed. You stop living in reaction to their chaos and start living in alignment with your truth. And that life, the one where you're peaceful, grounded, fulfilled, and unreachable, isn't just your victory, it's their defeat. Not because you set out to punish them, but because you rose in a way they never imagined you could without them. In the end, beating the narcissists at their own game isn't about revenge, rage, or proving your point. It's about refusing to play by the rules that were rigged from the start. It's about healing in a way that confuses them, setting boundaries they can't cross, and reclaiming parts of yourself they hoped you'd never recover. You don't win by fighting harder. You win by outgrowing the entire game. And when your peace becomes louder than their chaos, when your joy, freedom, and purpose exist beyond their reach, that's not just survival, that's mastery. And that's how you win for good. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. The links are listed in the description below. Thanks for watching, everybody.